We're back here on our program in the final segment of the platform, and I'm enjoying it so because we're getting a history on Methodism and Trinity Methodist Church. But you're having a number of activities celebrating the 150th anniversary. Let's talk about it.
Right. Well, I'm going to start off by saying that on Friday is the anniversary banquet that's going to be held at the Hilton starting at 7 p.m. And this is going to be a time whereby persons who've worked long and hard in the church over the years are going to be honored. And also we're going to have the first ever Reverend William Higgs Youth Award. And so I invite persons out if they need tickets. See Ms. Eleanor Campbell.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Still time,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm going to let her touch on more as I'm losing my voice, and I have to keep it ready for singing at the service. My alto.
You're singing on Sunday.
Yes.
At special service.
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
All right.
Mr. Jones, we look forward to the anniversary banquet, which will be held tomorrow, as Jenny said, at 7 p.m. We'll be honoring persons who have made distinguished service to the church, but also for the first time ever, we'll have the Bill Higgs Youth Award. That award is, we invited young persons from the different churches in the Methodist community in Nassau and New Providence. And the Family Islands. So we have 7 persons who will be coming down to the banquet tomorrow night, and out of the 7, 1 will be chosen as the winner for the William Higgs Youth Award. First time ever. So we are excited about that.
And on the anniversary day itself, you're having a grand service, aren't you?
Yes, that service will be on Sunday at 3 p.m. and we hope to have the Her Excellency Dame Margaret Pindling and other dignitaries. The Christian Council will be represented. We hope, and many members of the Methodist community. And we'd like to invite you, Mr. Jones.
You're cordially invited, Mr. Jones.
I got an invitation last week from my friend, Reverend Higgs.
And you're cordially invited once again.
Yes, and I'm going to make every effort to be there.
And you can give me
because
sing.
I want to hear you sing this alto. And I want to hear whether this alto is something that I would hear in your uncle's church. Right? And what do you sing in the choir?
Well, I used to sing soprano, but now I'm singing alto as well.
You sing an alto as well?
Yes.
Okay. And the choir is made up of how many people?
It's called an ensemble. Our choir director is Miss Martha Musgrove.
Yes.
Formerly of Salem, now.
Formerly of Salem?
Yes, now with us.
You stole another Baptist?
Yes, yes, we did.
Wow. We have too many Baptists now in Trinity. We can't end the program unless we talk about the ambience, the interior of that church. I think you have a calendar with the
yes, one of our
stained glass windows, some of the most beautiful windows in the country.
Was to produce a calendar, yeah. We think we're unique in that it's one of the few churches anywhere that has every window in the sanctuary done in stained glass, made by the same company at the same time. Because for many churches, stained glass is donated over generations. So you have different artists doing different work.
Okay.
But this was done by a company, interesting today. The name of the company was G. Mail and Sons.
G. Mail and Sons.
Studios.
Okay.
In Canterbury in England. And the trustees of Trinity commissioned this project starting in 1971. So representatives came out, took up all the measurements, they did some designs. The windows tell the story of Jesus, from his birth, the visit of the wise men, the visit of the shepherds, from a boy standing on the steps of the temple, through the events, significant events of his life, the healings and miracles, the teachings, the welcoming of the children, the events of the last week are mostly depicted on the north wall, where his arrest and betrayal, the trial before Pilate, in the upper room with the disciples before going in the Garden of Gethsemane, all of that, ending with the crucifixion on the left side on the eastern wall and the resurrection on the right side.
Okay.
So it tells the whole story. There are only 2 windows that are not part of that theme, and they're in the last easternmost windows on the north and south on the sides, and they're from the Old Testament, the creation story and the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai. But beautifully crafted windows,
Yes.
excellent workmanship. So we wanted to feature them. The calendar has elements of the stained glass at the top of each month. And We did two versions. A general version, we still have some available over the years, quarter of the way through.
Yeah.
And they'll be on sale over our anniversary events.
Okay.
And then we did a church version where on the dates, we put people's birthdays and anniversaries on
I
the
see.
actual dates that they fall. So it's a way of keeping in touch within the congregation, the fellowship.
Beautiful windows.
They are indeed. And our pipe organ we're very proud of.
Yes, I was going to ask you about this pipe
There's
organ.
been an organ in the church ever since it was first built. And this one now was installed, part of it was installed in 1928, 29, after the 28 hurricane when it was rebuilt. So what you see, the facade of the pipes on either side is from that period. The middle section was redesigned, because most of those are dummy pipes. They're just there for display. The middle section was redesigned and made voiced pipes, so they actually sound in 1964 when a company out of Illinois, the Wicks organ company, installed a new organ. So all the pipes that sound are mostly behind what you see there, except those middle ones do sound. And it's quite a great organ, so I'm told. And I'm not an organist, and
Okay.
the pipe organs are unique instruments.
Yes. Yeah.
And we do have one that's, throughout our church's history, we always had a pipe organ. So we had an organ recital a few weeks ago to celebrate the organ. We had a concert, the program you're holding,
Yes.
for our choir and other musicians. We've had a few events leading up to, and this weekend is our climax,
Okay.
with the banquet on Friday and the service on Sunday. And sandwiched in between, we have a party.
Party for the children.
Mainly for the young people,
Okay.
because they won't go to the banquet, and the service will be, a little above them. So we're going to have cake and ice cream and a party on Saturday afternoon.
Is there a party on Sunday
Celebrate.
after the service?
Yes.
No, definitely,
I'll be there.
definitely.
Okay. all right.
I mean, Mrs. Lauren Higgs, nobody can, put together a spread like Mrs. Lauren Higgs,
Okay,
the minister's
okay,
wife.
okay.
So definitely you're in for a treat during the service and after the service.
Okay, good. All right. I'll be there on Sunday. I'm going to miss my music on Sunday, and I'm coming to Trinity on
Well,
Sunday.
there's also some
afternoon.
wonderful music there. The Bahamas National Youth Choir will be singing for us in our service.
Is that right?
We have a great relationship with the youth choir and with Mr. Cleophas Adderley. They've had their last 5 or 6 Christmas concerts in Trinity.
Trinity, yes.
They love to sing in Trinity, and we love to have them. And we have some other musicians who will be joining us for the day, and of course our own choir, Trinity Ensemble. And so there'll be a number of special things.
Exciting afternoon.
You've been doing some wonderful things over the last few weeks, haven't you?
We've been trying to remind ourselves that of the real reason why the church is. The mission of the church is to be the body of Christ. That's our mission. So any way we can do that, we can flesh out who God is, we can live out the principles of loving our neighbors and caring for each other. So we've been celebrating all the ways that we have opportunities to do that, and remembering all those who down through the years on whose shoulders we stand have done that. Because had that not been done, had people not been faithful, we wouldn't be here 150 years later.
That's the point.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
of course, more than any, God has been faithful.
Yes.
And that's what we celebrate.
Good. Thank you so very much. And I thank you for bringing these ladies
Thank
here
you
with
for
you.
having us.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Higgs.
Thank you.
Thank you for
And,
having us.
it's always a pleasure speaking with you. And today we got a very good history lesson. Thank you so very
Yes,
much.
we did,
Thank
all
you.
of us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching and listening to our program today. Good evening, everyone.